It's a case that had run cold for a decade, the unsolved murder of 6-year-old beauty queen JonBenét Ramsey. But now, in an instant, it is once again red hot. And here's why. The arrest of 41-year-old John Mark Karr. In a bizarre twist, while he was being paraded before cameras, Karr actually responded to reporters' questions, admitting that he killed JonBenét Ramsey.
I love JonBenet, and died accidentally.
Are you an innocent man?
No.
What happened? Were you playing with her? What happened?
Her death was an accident.
So you were in the basement?
Yes.
Can you tell us about your connection to the Ramsey family?
No comment.
How did you get into the basement to play with her?
No comment.
And how do you feel now? How are you being treated?
I'm being treated okay.
How long have you known JonBenet?
No comment on that.
The break in the case came when investigators tracked Karr to Thailand after learning of emails he was sending to Michael Tracy, a University of Colorado professor who was making a documentary about the case.
Well, I think the history of the track record of the police in this case is not great. So no, I didn't go to the police. I went to the DA's office.
Authorities trailed Karr for 3 weeks, even photographing him in front of his Bangkok home, and eventually linked him to a warrant in the U.S. stemming from a 2001 child porn case.
John Mark Karr, 41 years old, was arrested for the murder of JonBenet Ramsey yesterday morning at approximately 6 a.m. in Bangkok, Thailand. He began his employment as a second-grade teacher in the international school system in Bangkok on Tuesday morning of this week.
It was an announcement that was 10 years in the making. Could this be the event that would remove the umbrella of suspicion that had covered the Ramseys for a decade? But despite all the excitement surrounding Karr's arrest, his confession may raise as many questions as it answers.
There's a great deal of speculation and a desire for quick answers here. We should all heed the poignant advice of John Ramsey yesterday. He said, do not jump to conclusions, do not jump to judgment, do not speculate.
Law enforcement is now encouraging people to exercise patience and caution.
There have been no charges filed at this time. The analysis of the evidence in this case continues on a day-by-day, on an hour-by-hour basis as we speak.
An analysis that will surely examine the apparent inconsistencies in Karr's dramatic confession.
I am so very sorry for what happened to JonBenet.
In off-camera comments recorded by the AP, Karr restated his claim that JonBenet's death was an accident.
And it's very important for me that everyone knows that I love her very much and that her death was unintentional and it was an accident.
But the crime scene points to anything but an accident. JonBenet's body was found beaten and garroted, locked in a basement room. And Karr claims to have written letters to the Ramsey family, but John Ramsey told Barbara Walters that he had never heard of Karr.
Did you ever hear of the suspect? Do you have any idea how he knew your daughter?
I don't, Barbara. And I had not heard of him, so I don't know. And I don't know, we don't know certainly that with 100% certainty that this is the guy.
And what about that ransom note demanding $118,000, the exact amount of John Ramsey's bonus that year? Did Karr have access to that kind of information, or was it just a coincidence? And then there's the question of whether or not Karr was even in Colorado at the time of the murder. His ex-wife told a reporter from behind a door that she and Karr were together on Christmas 1996 when JonBenet was killed.
Where'd you spend Christmas of 1996?
Either in Alabama or with family in Atlanta.
His father's neighbor in Atlanta remembers Karr being there around the time of the murder.
Just a normal, fellow that had worked in teaching, and John and his wife were a very normal nice young couple.
But perhaps the most striking inconsistency in Karr's claims may be what a senior Thai police officer says Karr also told investigators, that he drugged JonBenet before having sex with her the night she died. Yet autopsy reports obtained by ABC News show no sign of drugs in JonBenet's system.
There is much more work to be done now that the suspect is in custody.
It is safe to say this case is still far from closed.